So you've taken a piece of music or an exercise, a scale, something that's challenging, and you've put in the time. You've drilled it and drilled it and drilled it, but there's this ceiling that you hit where you just can't get any faster. One of the things you might want to consider in both hands is the economy of motion in your playing. So economy of motion is how much distance you're covering with your fingers or your pick. So if you think about, if we take picking first, if you take a string and you're picking, if you move the pick farther away from the string, you will have that same distance to cover going back to play the string again. So no matter what you do, if you're playing with a huge gap between pick strokes, you will never play as fast as you could if you limit that range of motion. It's economy of motion. So if you apply that to your picking, if I just take an open string and I'm picking really wide, like so, you see that the pick is really moving away. Now I'm doing an extreme example to illustrate. That's only going to take you so far. If you limit it, you're going to be able to go faster. And everybody has a certain speed that they can reach. It's not about being the fastest. It's about you being your fastest in relation to you. We all have different needs for speed. Not all of us needs to drive a super high-end sports car. For some of us, you know, a small sedan is fine. You know. So just look at what you need and look at the economy of motion in your picking. Okay? If you want to go faster, you need to do smaller movements. And that includes the wrist and the arm. So if you're picking and you're going like this, and you're moving the whole arm in these big motions, try and minimize the movement that you're doing. Some people will just do wrist. Some people will do arm like this. Okay? Both are fine, but the smaller the movement, the better. Okay? In the left hand, same thing. If you're pressing down, the farther you bring your fingers out, the farther you have to bring them back in. So if you're soloing and this, for example, your ring finger, your pinky is coming way out, you're not going to be able to play as fast as if you try and limit it as much as possible. So if I do an extreme movement, that's going to be rough. You're going to hit a ceiling. Okay? Versus trying to make it as minimal as possible. Okay? So again, it's not about being the fastest. It's about maximizing the speed that you need to achieve the goals that you have for yourself as a player.